A lot of people blame Hillary Clinton.
Right.
Why is that?
For the protest narrative?
For a lot of this.
Yeah. I mean, for the protest narrative, she helped push it, right? I mean, she knew in real time it was terrorists. We all know that. She sent email to her daughter saying it was Al-Qaeda-like protest.
I mean, it seemed like she was apologizing for that video after.
Oh yeah, they all
the Benghazi attack. Instead of standing up for our men and women over there, she's over here apologizing about
exactly.
This shit.
So that's what I'm saying. Jake Sullivan made the video narrative, right? Mm-hmm. And then they all jumped on board, right? So Obama did a statement. Hillary Clinton did a statement. Obviously, we all know about Susan Rice's talk show. Susan Rice's was actually written by Ben Rhodes. A lot of it was Ben Rhodes writing their statements. That's kind of the character in there. But yeah, so the main thing she did wrong in that piece was pushing a narrative she knew was fake because she knew in real time it was a terrorist attack. But, I mean, her issues go so much beyond that. The issue that a lot of people had with Hillary, like if we're going to say we're September 10th, you know what I mean? Let's pretend the attack didn't happen. Mm-hmm. The issues people were having with Hillary is, as Secretary of State, she was traveling from country to country and meeting with leaders, right? Like a Secretary of State does. But in her case, you had to donate money to her foundation to meet with her. And in some places, so many people were meeting with her in like the pay for play. Some of our military commanders couldn't get time with her. There were places she didn't even meet, like some of the CIA that thought she'd meet with her. And so one of the issues with Hillary was a lot of people were really upset that she kind of sold out the office.
So she, hold on, I didn't know this.
Yeah, well, that was the issue a lot of people had at the time with Hillary before the attacks. Like, that's what they felt she was doing.
So she is the Secretary of State. She is running around the world forcing
it was like a pay-for-play.
Political leaders to donate money to the Clinton Foundation so that they could get time with the U.S. Secretary of State.
Yeah, so that was a complaint in real time about her. And that's the complaint.
Is that legal?
I know. Well, that's the complaint. That's the issue with her server.
Almost 2 years after she had left office, for it to become clear that she had been using this private email and that she had handed over 30,000 emails and that 31,000, almost 32,000 had been deleted in this process. It was all being handled by a private server in her home. That's when that also became clear, meaning the government never possessed a complete record of her official communications while she was in office.
So a lot of people think the Hillary Clinton server matters because of the Benghazi attacks. I mean, Hillary doesn't talk to Al-Qaeda. What's on the Hillary Clinton server is all the economic and financial dealings she had in Libya, of course, and then all those other things as she traveled around. And so that's the server issue. But a lot of people don't actually understand that, and they put the server issue with the Benghazi attacks. But that's what people think is on the server, and they think that she could get tried for what's on the server, if that makes sense, because that would be the evidence of the activities everyone said she did. And that's what got wiped, that info. It's not really, I mean, there was probably some emails that night about the Benghazi attacks, but that's not why people cared about what was on the server.
And that just got wiped.
Yeah.
It's gone.
I mean, there might have been people who got into it. But yes, it's not with any sort of agency who can prosecute her.
Gotcha. What could she have done? What could the Obama administration have done?
Yeah, because I don't think Hillary could have done anything. I mean, Hillary just got in the way that night, right? I mean, as most people know, she made the fast team change 4 times. The thing is, as the attacks were going on, the head of the Libyan Air Force said, send in what you want, do what you want. You have free reign. Like, they gave him blanket authority. So wherever State Department that night argued over changing people's clothes or air clearances, none of that was real because they had immediate clearances to fly in anything they wanted. There was no rules on what you're wearing, what planes you brought in. So all that's just made up. Like, they had full flight clearances to come and do whatever they want.
They had 100% clearance from the Libyan government to come and save our people.
The head of the Libyan Air Force.
Any way they wanted.
Yeah, his name was General Al-Hassi. He said, do what you need. And this happens a lot in African crises. Algeria's done it before, do what you need kind of thing. So it's not rare that he said that, right? He's like, hey, come in with what you want. So yeah, anybody saying, oh no, we had to work through those things and discuss those things, that's not true. They had clearances from the beginning. So she just got in the way when all those negotiations with the FAS and the uniforms. I don't know what that was. Obama, as everybody knows, he did tell the Secretary of Defense, use all means to do this. And then he got on a plane to Vegas to go see Beyonce and Jay-Z. It's like, why did he not cancel that trip and stay and make sure his orders are followed up on, right? Like, that's one thing that wasn't done that surprises me that nobody ever complains about.
So Obama, this is while the attack's happening?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he flew to Vegas while the attacks were happening.
So we have an embassy and a CIA annex under attack, and the President of the United States is flying to Vegas to meet with Beyonce.
Yep.
You hear that, everybody?
So the problem's way bigger than Hillary. I don't like to focus on Hillary because she's like the scapegoat and she's done a million things wrong, but God, there's so many other people. Jake Sullivan is in a super senior role in our government who had a way bigger role than Hillary, and like people just ignore it. And like I said, they don't care that Obama went to Vegas. It blows my mind. And then the fact that the Department of Defense they could not respond. They weren't even close to responding that night. Like, pure failure. And yeah, all that stuff got pushed. You just say it's Hillary and everyone's like, yeah. And then nobody else had to be held accountable.